Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your June full moon reading. I've laid out the cards along the axes of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify the spokes of the wheel with the African Tarot, and I will finish off with an oracle card. The full moon in Sagittarius occurs on the 14th, and there are a couple of aspects that are particularly supportive of the changes that we would like to make in our personal and our environmental worlds. I will thank you at this time for all of the likes and subscribes that I receive. And, I will also thank you for the incredible comments I receive, all the donations that you contribute, and all the invisible ways that you support me with your attention. So let's get started, Virgo, with an overall energy card. And the Eight of Cups is indicating that you have outgrown a situation. There is an environment, a project, or a work and effort that you've made a considerable investment in, perhaps a lifetime investment in. You are emotionally vested in an environment where the rewards are not reciprocal, the benefits are not shared, and you are at this time looking for greater meaning in your efforts, in your relationships, in your emotional support. The full moon is really about finding security and safety in our efforts to find greater meaning, so that as you search for meaning, a sense of purpose and mission, which you are now familiar with, you are inspired to move in a new direction, to seek that outside of what has become familiar to you. The 10th house is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is where you are seen by the collective body. This is your social position. The Nine of Pentacles shows you to be strongly self-reliant and independent. This is a place where you simply have control of your resources. This does not mean that you are a bachelor or that you are single. It does mean that whatever partnerships you are engaged in, and as a part of the world, particularly your professional world, your communal world, your social world, you are self-reliant, you can depend on your resources, and those investments you make in your efforts or the efforts of others is balanced in such a way that you are always secure and safe with what can sustain and promote your own prosperity. Therefore, this is an indication of your capacity for generosity coming out of this rooted, firm, independent space. The first house shows the Page of Cups, and this is part of the opening that has occurred in your emotional space as a result of your need to move on, your understanding that your ongoing growth and evolution depends upon moving into a place where you can find the kind of support and reciprocity that reflects your investment in relationships and opportunities for growth and abundance. You're opening up your heart through a process that allows you at this time to identify ways in which you can be more creative, more productive, and find greater pleasure in the simplicity of your own gifts and talents. This is particularly critical for you as you are poised on the ability to explore and quest after this greater and deeper sense of personal meaning. The Judgment card in your 4th house indicates that you may have an opportunity to understand, receive a deeper calling around your mission, which is very clear in your outer world, but is now reflecting upon opportunities that you may have had in the past that you were not able to capitalize on. This card indicates an opportunity to make right something that was not realized in the past, perhaps a do-over, a corrective do-over, or an opportunity to recognize that you didn't recognize what you had in the past, or the opportunity that it contained. Perhaps mistakenly believing that there was something that someone or some opportunity was supposed to gift to you, but here you have an opportunity to engage this relationship, this event, this opportunity in a way that realizes it to its fuller potential. This is you understanding that not only does your mission in the world extend to your personal experience of life, your personal grounding, your history, your stability, your protection, but also that others involved. This can be family members, this certainly can be intimates, this can be children, but that you actually, each person involved also has a mission, a purpose, and you are now understanding a greater plan in which all parties have a role to play. In the 7th house of significant others is the Tower, and I'm sensing some really powerful changes occurring in you, a real revitalization of your emotional base, a strong building of your emotional maturity that allows you to receive unexpected information, perhaps a disruptive event or news that could be superficially perceived as disastrous, as certainly disruptive, but in which you glean and are able to deeply understand the value of this new information, of this new opportunity, allowing you to be the agent of change in your deepest, most significant relationships. This is, in fact, the information, the method in which you are releasing yourself from past relationships or emotional involvements that have not been serving you, but this event, this realization is helping you to restructure, to release what has not been working, to move on to something better, but something that you could not quite manage to orchestrate on your own. Your ability to actually disengage from a relationship or an environment that you recognize was no longer fulfilling you, in which you have already accrued the abundance, knowledge, and resources that you need to be strong and resilient, is now the opportunity to move forward into a new setting, a new opportunity to gain and restructure your relationships in a significant and very powerful way. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups with the Two of Cups in the 2nd house and the Queen of Cups in the 3rd house. It's interesting that your ability to know yourself, to connect more deeply with yourself, to heal yourself, to give yourself the insistence on your desire to give yourself the love and support that you need even if it did not appear to be coming from others, even if it did not appear to be reciprocal. You are now clear that your needs are a priority in order to build this strong security in your self-knowledge is what is contributing to your independence, your self-reliance, and your ability to release the past and build something new. All of your relationships are increasingly based upon this new sense of self-knowledge, this new connectivity with who you truly are, and your insistence on your ability to be who you are and to be recognized and supported for that in the place of your customary role as caretaker, perhaps, in your relationships. That caretaking left you unsatisfied because it was not meaningful, it was not reciprocal, which is the key here. Because it was not reciprocal, it was not successful. However, you've now built a sense of reliance and independence on your ability to recognize that your needs are a priority and the basis for what you can truly and sincerely offer to others. This can be a new relationship or the breaking apart of a relationship as part of preparation for allowing a new foundation for relationships. The Judgment card in the 4th house is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles in the 5th house and the Strength card in the 6th house. Here's a string of hierarchical cards in your ability to tend to your needs, particularly your imaginative needs for self-expression. You are diligently working on something that allows you to be creative, to build something of use and value to others, and to perfect that service or product in a way that gives you an immense amount of pleasure, joy, and gratification. Your success is assured. Whatever new thing you are creating or building, particularly with peers, this does not mean that you are alone. This means that you are focused on that skill, that gift, that talent that helps you to build and create this independence, this self-reliance. You have sustained yourself. You have been able to transmute tremendous hardships and challenges in your daily life, in your habitual, mundane life. You are recognizing that the routines that have been built upon this need to transcend difficulties, to work through the hardships you've experienced, is what has given you the courage and the resilience to release things that have not been working for you and focus on the things that do. Superficially, that may appear to place you in your customary focus on detail, hard work, dedication. However, this is truly opening you up to be able to communicate, support others, and receive that support in a sustaining way that ensures that your relationships are based on friendship, and that friendship is based on deep connection and comfort with yourself. The Tower in the 7th house is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in the 9th house. The Knight of Pentacles is very characteristic of you, Virgo, the ability to not only focus on the ways in which you want to be supported, you want to contribute, but also on new opportunities to do things differently. You've now gained the courage and the ability to explore new methods, new strategies, open to new ways of exploring your emotional depth, your creative opportunities, to build those in new ways into new structures and tools that can be of benefit to others. But from that, you are receiving a tremendous boon, a tremendous fulfillment of your aspirations to not only learn, teach, grow, and communicate, but distribute the services, the products that you have worked so hard on widely, with a focus on pleasure and ease and a deepening of the cultural fabric of the information you have to share. This is you exploring legacy, cultural heritage, and the ability to expand into arenas that were formerly closed off to you, that felt that were not a part of your reciprocal experience in relationships, in family. This is you receiving the rewards of your efforts, of your tremendous work. The 10 is not only the receipt, the fulfillment of some goal that has meaning to you. The key is the significance of your work, but it's also contributing to your opening up to a new level, to a new opportunity, to a new journey of significance. The Nine of Pentacles is being clarified by the Knight of Cups in the 11th house and the Page of Cups in the 12th house. So you are empowered at this time to continue an exploration into your soul's growth. The side of the reading is focused on cups. There are cups here, so the wealth of cups is really indicating your ability to not only ground your friendships, your relationships in deep friendships, in your ability to deeply connect, not only with people, but your subject matter, your expertise, your audience, your student body, but also the ability to open up, to find new ways to express yourself imaginatively, creatively, to take a new opportunity that you once experienced only partially in passing, that you may have regretted the loss of, and see it as a new opportunity to build something better, to correct a past error, to redeem something, and to renew your sense of purpose and mission. The Page of Cups is repeated here. And so that it is a confirmation of this emotional openness to not simply feel comfortable with your experience of reciprocity and mutual sharing and giving, of loving, of supporting, of a community of support, empathy, the flow of that in your life, but also to be open to the beginner's mind in a way that you feel safe and protected. You feel secure in your knowledge and ability to continue your search for greater meaning in your life. I'm going to finish off this reading, Virgo, with an oracle card from the language of flowers and the crystal oracle. And I have pulled the red rose. The key word is courage. Be brave, be strong, and believe. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo. I thank you for your time and attention, and until next time, Namaste.